welcome back to my channel. Today I'm out on Raleigh Mirage and I thought I'd do an update on this bike. I've had it about 9 months now since I built it, and it's gone through various different stages of paint, grips, brakes, the lot. Started off with, originally the paint was purple and so was the forks. I painted it black with car paint. It came out, the paint job's really good. I tried to keep it as simple as possible with running vinyl stickers, and I did nice thick clear coat and it hasn't chipped so far. Its build mainly started with from the wheels up. And my mum was throwing away an old steel bike, and I thought I'll have them wheels because I thought they'd come in a future project, and I wanted to build an older bike, and this is what I built. It's a 1x9 speed drivetrain, but only 8 of the gears work because of the vinyl cog on the rear cassette. It's way too close to the frame and I couldn't get the clearance, but luckily it worked with the way I did it. On this drivetrain I'm running some action cranks that I bought off Amazon for £13, and to be fair they work quite well. They're a little bit flexy, but they do the job on this bike because it was meant to be a cheap bike. In the cockpit I'm running the race face bars off my old mountain bike. I'm running a short, I think it's a 50mm stem, and a quill stem adapter. For grips I'm running the Dan Paley BMX grips because I thought I quite like them on my BMX, so I thought I'd get them on this, and they're really nice and soft, especially with this being rigid. I'm running Avid brake levers with Tektro brake calipers, and running an Odyssey front pad, and I think Clark's rear, but tyre wise on the front I'm running the Continental Race Kings, and on the rear I'm running the Mountain King in a 2.2. Just fits in this frame. Yeah, for seat, my granddad gave me this seat when he got a bunch of parts and stuff from a neighbour that was emptying out his shed, and he thought it would be perfect for me, and it works well with this frame and it looks quite smart. And the logo up above, the Jammy logo, that's my friend's brand that I support. Check the Jammy brand on Instagram. Yeah, and this bike's come together really well. I'm glad I built it, and it's one of my favourite bikes out of my group of bikes that I have. So let's get back on the trail. Currently I'm down my local Clouds Woods. There's nothing really spectacular about this place, but it's quite nice to get out for a few hours. It's got a lot of single track, but like no real big jumps, because the council usually knock them down. So I've tried all this sort of loamy trails. Yeah, this time of year it's really muddy, and this bike doesn't really handle the best in the mud, especially with rim brakes. But I've ridden this bike a fair bit, and honestly it's my favourite bike out of a lot of them. I don't know if it's just because I really enjoy a rigid, like retro style bike, but it just rides really well. It holds its speed. It's the easiest bike I've ridden long distance wise. I don't know the frame size, I never actually bothered measuring it, but it feels comfortable because I'm only 5'10". I don't think this bike was meant for this sort of riding, but it's always good to push a bike to its limits. As you can hear, there's a little bit of chain slack with this bike because I haven't got a clutch on the rear derailleur. Like some of these sections are really muddy, and some are like some bits are really dry, but it's loam. Almost stopped dead then. If you want to build a bike for a nice for a bit of commuting, bit of just, or a bike that you want a gravel bike but you don't want to spend over £1,000. Slowly build one of these up with second-hand parts, or you can even buy them like fully built off someone else on Facebook or eBay. They're usually quite expensive and not really set out how some people like their bikes. You can stick drop bars, you can stick flat bars, go single speed, you go 1x12, or you can keep it really old school and go 6x3. Whereas I went 1x, less chance of chain drop and chain slap, and also it's I quite like a single tooth on the front, or a single cog on the front. Yeah, this bike was mainly inspired by second bike life, or second, however you say his name, Craig, or Spindat, when he built that retro rock hopper. I think, yeah, he's just turning. Lost for a second. Thought I missed the turn they usually take. See if I can hop over this log. Jeez, I made it, but only just. Walk through the gap. I definitely recommend BMX grips on these sort of bikes, because really nice and soft, and you don't really hurt, like you don't get the calluses on your hands like you do with a lot of thicker, long lasting grips. I don't actually know where exactly I am, but I guess he'll follow the trail ahead. This is one of 4 bikes, or technically 5 bikes I have or I own. I've got the single speed like XC bike that I built up a couple of months ago. I literally just posted a video last week of this bike. And I've got a full suspension caliber Boss nut. That's my trail slash, like, not really enduro bike, but I mainly use it for jumping. Then I've got my BMX that I've been riding for about 2 years, that I mainly do with a friend of mine that owns the Jammy brand, like I said earlier. If you're interested in BMX, go check it out, leave a like. Jesus, that was deep. If you're interested in all sorts of biking, have a look at my Instagram page and my TikTok, o.kbikes_bikes. You see a lot more there first than you will on YouTube. So I only just started this and don't really know, just get my head around it. Don't exactly know where I am in the woods. The only thing with rim brakes, if it's really muddy, it makes that awful sound between the pad and the rim. Oh, there's one down tree, but there's the path, so I'm guessing not too far. Off the trail. Hope I don't get a puncture. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, or if you want me to improve anything. Thanks for watching.